everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Mackenzie, a 5th grade teacher in Northern California, and welcome to my classroom. I am super excited to be here because this is my very first time seeing my classroom today. I just got my keys and I actually moved schools a year ago and I was teaching virtually last year. So all my stuff, if you can see, is all in boxes and I really haven't seen any of that stuff in over a year and a half. So today I'm really just going to scope it out, see what we're working with here, take a look at what furniture I can get rid of, what I still need to get, and really just tear down anything in the classroom that I don't need anymore. So I'm going to flip this around, give you a little tour, and let's get started. All right, so I already have a lot of bookshelves, which is awesome. I'm super excited because they already have mailboxes, so I'm definitely going to use this for my students. I want to see if I can get maybe some contact paper to cover it up because they're looking a little rough there. I'm going to just really take down any borders or any paper that I don't need that was left behind. You can see I don't have all the student desks in here yet, and so I have to keep that in mind. As you can see, that is my classroom that's been in boxes for a super long time. And this is what I am super excited about. I have an ocean view from my classroom. So I'm going to definitely be taking down that paper borders and seeing what I need to go get, making some lists on the whiteboard. And I'm just going to set up my camera on a tripod and we'll see how far I get today. So I am going to say the classroom's in pretty good shape. There is hardly anything in the cabinets. My main goal is to make this classroom very bright and calming and a happy place for my kids because as we know, we are welcoming them back to the classroom. Some of these students haven't seen a classroom since they were in 3rd grade. They're going to be my 5th graders. And so I really just want to make it feel cozy and homey. And yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. Okay, I'm a little out of breath. Feels good to be moving again. So right now there's 2 kidney tables. I'm just going to keep that one. And so I'm going to ask him to remove that table. And now I'm going to be taking down the bulletins over here. I noticed the projector is up here, so I'm probably going to have my class face this way. You guys, the custodian just came in and I asked if he knew how many students I was going to have because he needs to know how many desks to put in here. And he checked his list and I only had 18 right now. If that stays that way, that is the smallest class of 5th graders I have ever had. And that just made my day. I am feeling good. It actually feels so good to be back. To be honest, yesterday I was starting to feel nervous, having that like end of summer blues, but it just feels really good to be back in a classroom. And right now there's 8 student desks in my classroom, and to know that I only need 10 more is making me feel a lot better about the space. So that makes me really happy. So I took down that one wall. All right, that is the end of day 1. I got what I wanted to accomplish today, which was really just seeing my room, cleaning out what I needed to, taking down anything from the old teacher that was in the classroom, and unpacking a lot of boxes just so I can remember everything that I have. So my classroom is a total mess right now. So I still have some things to think about, but I will show you what I got done so far. Hi everyone, welcome back to day 2 of classroom setup. We have a lot of work to do. Yesterday, I really just focused on cleaning out the classroom. So today I'm really going to focus on my bulletin boards, putting paper up on the walls, and then cleaning out a lot of the books. So last time I was in a classroom, I was teaching 2nd grade, and so I accumulated a lot of picture books. I love using picture books in 5th grade, but there are some that I just don't think I'll really need this year being in 5th grade. So I want to make sure I pack those up, maybe give some away to a teacher that needs them, and really see what books I'm going to put on my shelves and get those organized. So again, lots of organization today, putting up those bulletin boards, and let's get started. Here we go. All right, day 2 of classroom setup. We're going to get some paper up on the walls. So I'm going to be deciding what paper to put up on the walls. I usually like to do greens and blues, which is why I have this paper that I've just had over the years. This one's not even opened yet. I'm always scared they're going to run out of it because it's my favorite. I really try to save this paper because it's fadeless. I've had to move classrooms almost every year of my career, and so I gently take it off the walls and roll it back up. So I still have like a ton of this blue paper, and yeah, there's staples in it, but it doesn't really bother me. So I do try to save that as much as I can and reuse it throughout the year. It's really nice to put up paper if you have somebody to help you, but I am putting it all up by myself today. So I just get my bag of thumbtacks and I roll it out against the wall and just pin where I think I want it, and then get my scissors, cut it. If you're type A, I apologize because I am not the neatest bulletin board person. It really doesn't bother me as long as it looks colorful. It'll do. And so I'll be putting up the blue, I think, on all of the walls, and then the green as like an accent color over by the window. There's 2 sections that I think I'll put the green there. So we'll see if I change my mind. All right, I'm gonna use green for the other bulletin board because I have a ton of it and I won't have to double do it like I did that second bulletin board. And then I have these 2 boards right here. It's not bulletin board. I don't really know what it is. It's like when you have to like hang stuff, but I want to cover it up. I think I'll probably just put green on that too because I have a ton of it. Let's check on the ocean. Still looks cold and foggy. That's okay. All right, so onward to board number 3. Oops, I dropped you. All right, 3 bulletin boards down. I am happy with it. I just have to put the borders up still. I'll see what I have for that. I usually like to keep it simple and just do white borders. It's already pretty brown in here, so I just want it to be bright, but also not like too over stimulating with color. So All right, bulletin board 1, 2, 3. Just gotta put the borders up. So let's take a look at what I have. Okay, I usually use white, but then I also always give in to Target. But then I never end up using them. I have these waves, which would be nice, but I also don't like that it's super busy. So, you know, I think I'm going to stick with white. What's great about white is if you run out of it, you just get, if the bulletin border has the same cut, you just flip it over and it's white. As long as there's no stain, it looks just like the rest of it. So that's a little trick for you. So I'm gonna do white. I might add some color to some of them, but I'll decide that later. All right, I put all of the borders on my bulletin boards. So let me flip it around and give you a look. Bulletin board number 1, 2, and 3. There's also this wall right here. I don't really know what I could put there yet. I might just cover it or maybe get another bulletin board. And same with this empty space up here. I can definitely use that space with some color. I'm going to put up paper on those 2 boards by the window, and I won't be able to actually staple it because of the type of wall it is. So I think I'm just going to use some painter's tape and hope that it doesn't fall. So I measured the 2 boards by the windows. They're 65 inches long. So I'm going to cut that out of the green one, fold it in half because I think it'll be enough for the 2 boards of the same size. So let's do this. All right, I can't decide how I feel about it. This may change throughout the year. I have some other ideas I could do, but for now we'll keep it. I am going to add borders around them. I am happy that it at least fit right, but I know I have some like touching up to do. There were some nails or staples from a staple gun in there, so that kind of caused a little hole in some of the paper, but I think it'll work for now. All right, I like it way more now that I added the white scallop border on the parts next to the window. I think it just looks way better. I'll turn it around to show you. So that just brightens it up a lot more. You can't tell, I really love blues and greens, and I think it's on its way to making it nice and cheerful for my students. Okay, so I am going to organize all my books. I was teaching 2nd grade, so I just have so many picture books. I know some of my 5th graders will really like them still, but I know there's some that are maybe just a little too primary. So I'm going to just organize them based on like primary favorites, like Who doesn't love Elephant and Piggy? So I want to make sure like those are still accessible because I know some of my 5th graders will still really like those. And but then there's like some outdated ones that I definitely can just box up for now. I don't want to throw them out or donate them yet. I just want to make sure that I have all my chapter books and 5th grade level books ready to go for my students and the books that I use as mentor texts because I need to find them. I am keeping all informational texts that I find, even if they look a little too simple, just because I know finding enough books and everything in 5th grade, they have to do that informational article. So I like to make sure I have a lot at all levels for those ones. Okay, update, it is 6 o'clock. That 1 hour turned into 4, but I feel so much better. My classroom is starting to actually look like a classroom and not just a bunch of boxes and a mess everywhere. I finished going through all my books and I just went through a lot of papers and piles. There's still piles everywhere, but let me just show you a little update here. So the chaos that was all the books are now all put away. These were all the 2nd grade books, or the books I had from 2nd grade that I still wanted to keep out. So I kept some nonfiction, some little readers, and just some fun picture books here. And I was able to organize, put all the books that I just don't need out right now away. I've kept all the holiday books, just easy access if I want to take some of those out throughout the year. And there's more books down there in boxes. And then I went through some supplies. I just have like a bucket for each category. So markers, scissors, markers, more markers, unopened markers, stickers, pencils, glue. This is yet to be organized, and this too. But I feel so much better. You can actually see the floor, and I have all my chapter books that I need to label and put away once I decide where my library is going to be. But it looks so much better. I am feeling like this is possible, you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 3. Bye, everyone.